Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2003, and in this episode of our season as Bobby Labonte in his number 18 Interstate Batteries Pontiac Grand Prix, we're going to be completing race 9 of 36, which is the Aaron's 499 at Talladega Superspeedway. Once again, I've been to this track, so it's always a weird experience racing somewhere that I've been to. Of course, this was like 2 years ago now, so I don't know if it's going to have the same impact as Bristol did. Bristol, that was a whole new level. But in the last episode, we raced at Martinsville, where we got our third win of the season, because we had it there. We won at Bristol, and then we won our first race at Rockingham. So yeah, that was our third win of the season, and they kind of handed it to us. Because the AI, a bunch of them were taking 2 pit stops. It's like 1 pit stop for every freaking race in this game, and then they're taking 2. But right now, we are third in the standings, 42 behind Jeff Gordon, who is 23 points ahead of Sterling Marlin. So, this is Super Speedway. Last time we had a Super Speedway race was Daytona, the 500, that I could have won. And then I could have gotten a top 5, and then I wound up finishing like 9th, 10th, something like that. It's just the whole pausing mechanic, and then me not realizing that they were going to use pit strategy. So, let's keep in mind this time, the AI are probably only going to take like right side tires or some shit. But we're going to be using the NASCAR Racers paint scheme, because NASCAR Racers is all about going fast, and it's my childhood, and Talladega was my childhood. Talladega. This car's going to look awesome at Talladega. I don't know, I just feel like using this at Talladega. That's all I got.
The NASCAR Winston Cup Series visits the famous Talladega Superspeedway today for the Aaron's 499. This is Joe Moore and Barney Hall for MRN, and we're live to bring you all the action. We should be in for quite a show today, Barney.
Let me sum it up for you all. 2.6 miles, 4 lanes, 190 miles an hour. Just doesn't get much better. Let's just hope these guys can stay out of the big one.
Bill Elliott holds a record here at Talladega that will never fall unless they take these restrictor plates off. He made it around this 2.66-mile tri-oval at a speed of almost 213 miles per hour.
Now that's fast. I guess they don't call him Awesome Bill from Dawsonville for nothing.
Casey Atwood really needs a good finish in this race. He's got a long way to go on the points list.
And how frustrating that must be. You're working just as hard as everyone else, yet you just can't seem to finish well on race days to gain the valuable points you need. These guys need a good finish just to regain their confidence as a team.
Bobby Labonte is in the top 5 in points so far this season.
Oh yeah, and all these guys in the top 5 are fighting hard week in and week out to gain as many points as possible. It's harder to pick up spots once you're into the top 5.
Johnson and Jeff Gordon on the front row. Also, I forgot to turn the HUD back on, the mirror and all that shit before I went into the start the race crap. But, yeah, as far as qualifying goes, I don't think you can really qualify that high at Talladega. I think at Daytona you could do well, but here, it's kind of rough. I mean, sure, I wasn't steering the best, but the driver does this weird thing where he moves his head, even though you're not moving your head, but they don't know that. It's like he moves his head whenever you steer, and it's kind of disorienting. But overall, I think the best I could have qualified right there is maybe like 25th. But anyhow, we got 18 laps. I can pass 29 cars in 18 laps. I can also kill Kevin Harvick, but I'm not taking responsibility for that. I mean, he cut down in front of me and checking up at the same time. You can't do both. You pick one. Okay, so we're 26th. I've already gained 4 spots. Keep them moving forward. But yes, we got the Sorcerer and the Apprentice in the front row. I mean, I don't know if that's still the case. And of course, there's a big old freaking gap between the front of the field and the back of the field because Kevin Harvick picked us all up. I wasn't that affected by it, but you can tell I was just from that gap. We passed a few of these guys, and then once we've done that, we can draft away to the front of the field. Yeah, I mean, in NASCAR Thunder 2004, the super speedways, they make it 2 pit stops on 10% length races with the worn tires. I don't know if they do that in this game. I think they just have it 1 pit stop, and they did the same thing with NASCAR Thunder 2002. I don't know why they did that for NASCAR Thunder 2004. I think there was something to do with like the fuel tanks they did in reality, and they tried to put that into effect for the 10% length races that people liked doing. And I think they did it for other race lengths as well, and I'm just not mentioning that. It's like all the races were 1 or 2 pit stops on the longer races, and like maybe 3 for the super speedways or something, smaller fuel tank to keep the field together. I don't know. I'm having a hard time getting to the field right now. I'm just not getting big runs. Could be, but it keeps on checking me up, and I don't know. I can't even tell whenever it's checking me up because I'm so freaking close to the TV screen right now. It's just how the hotel room is. Speaking of which, this is going to be my last night in this hotel room. We go back to Lake Charles for about a day, and then just check out my apartment, see how everything is, pick up some more stuff, shave for once. I don't know if I'll be able to shave there because I don't have any water. There's no water, there's no electricity. There might be water. There's definitely not electricity. I don't know how long that's going to be. Oh my god. Why is Ken Schrader in his Halloween paint scheme? Why does my car keep turning to the right? I'm trying to stay out from behind him, going behind him on purpose. If I could just pass all these cars, I could really push towards that front pack. But it's taking forever. It is taking so damn long to get through this field. We've got time. I don't want to spend all this time doing this, passing these cars. Okay. I am going to go to the middle, kind of. Probably not going to work very well. Okay, get back down to the bottom. I was thinking about going around Dale Jarrett on the outside, and then following Ricky Rudd as he lets me drive in the middle, but I'm not going to let you do that. Drive down here. I'm trying to stay behind Ricky Rudd and work with him, but he's not, he's splitting us. He's not picking one of us. Okay, now, I'm going to draft away towards those guys as that pack of cars, the top 10, is splitting apart. This just sucks. I want to get up there and then them still be together. Would you please not run towards the wall like that, you moron? Just fast forward this and get up there. And we are there. I need to get out from behind Ricky Rudd before he makes me check up. Because now we're there, we'll start slowing down so they don't drive into each other and crap like that. I hate that automatic checking up bullshit. Okay, here we go. Got the run. And we're behind Shane Hall. And when I pass Shane Hall, I can say that I have Shane Hall's Hall pass, right? I barely touched Ricky Rudd, and he just fucking dropped off the pack with me. That's what happens whenever you make it difficult just to run next to you and draft with this guy. And now they're taking pit stops at the end of lap 6. Why? Can they make it to the end of the race? Like, can you go 12 laps on a full tank of fuel? I mean, I'm guessing because we just ran 6 laps and we're at a half tank. We're about to be. So, maybe they're on some other strategy than us. They're going to have to get 4 tires or something. They're either going to get like freaking right side tires and then very slow at the end of the race. Even if it's a super speedway, they're probably going to be. Dude, I can't pass a car and hold back a car whenever there's one guy trying to pass me and the other guy's trying to pass me in the other lane. Damn. I don't know what to expect from people hitting at the end of lap 6. I'm trying to stay behind Shane Hall, but his line is fucking horrible, and it's preventing me from keeping up with him. And he can't keep up with the other guys because his line is horrible too. Dude, like, try to race. What the fuck are you here? Like, he's trying to get away from me while also not keep up with him. He's trying to sandbag a 12th place finish. And then those guys are coming back onto the track. Well, Shane Hall is still running this weird line, but he's back with the top 10. And I'm going to carry this run down the backstretch. And all the way down to this third line on the very inside. We got cars coming off pit road. I'm going to pull out behind them. Oh my goodness. You know, we should have expected that. I thought they would have gotten up to speed because they're able to get up to speed in reality, maybe better than that, right? And now the field is getting apart again. You guys, y'all just make it very impossible to win. They really do. I don't know how to win at super speedways in this freaking game. Because at Daytona it was a damn pit strategy, and then it was me with the damn pause screens, freezing my car, not allowing it to steer. And now they have all these cars coming onto the track with their pit stops, checking up the whole freaking field, because they won't get up to speed, so they don't have to be in the actual way. We're about to come to the end of lap 9. And maybe I should ride it out until there's no more cars left for me to draft with, because as long as I'm drafting with cars up front, it's probably good for me. Not all the cars are going to go down pit road this time. As a matter of fact, only like 3 of them. And then one guy behind me, that being Tony Stewart. Okay. Yeah, a bunch of guys still out here. I'm going to stay out until I don't have somebody to draft with anymore. That way, if I come off pit road, then I've got someone to draft with, because I'm going down with somebody that was already drafting with. So those 2 guys up there, Elliott Sadler's leading this thing, and he's getting away. Ricky Craven is having a 4th place run. Of course, there's pit stops happening. It's still in 4th place right now. Well, I'm 5th, so I don't know what position who's in, because some of these guys are a lap down and just getting in the way. Or maybe they're not getting in the way, they're just part of the pack. In the super speedway, no one's really in the way until the last lap. Okay, we get Kenseth. So we're 3rd. It doesn't really matter whether he's positioned for or not, but who is for position, who's not. Kenseth and Sterling Marlin. Okay, so Elliott Sadler is not the leader. I don't know what I'm talking about. Please don't do that thing where y'all run into someone on the apron. I really would appreciate this race playing out. That'd be beautiful. I would like that. Let's do that. Why do you guys run these lines? Like, maybe I'm just weird. I'm not running the very top of the track in the stretches, and I'm not running the very bottom in the turns. And sometimes they just sit in the middle to avoid traffic. I think they run the middle more than they do the bottom of this track when I come on the turns for some reason. You guys are still here. I'm going to use this lap traffic to draft and leapfrog some time. Well, there's the guy I started next to. We talked about him a little bit in the previous show. That is Casey Atwood. I don't know why that took me so long to memorize. What are you fucking doing, idiot? I was clearly there. You just, are you trying to block me or what? You just change lanes whenever my nose is underneath me. I'm coming. I'm doing my thing. I'm supposed to be gaining time, not losing time, by staying out here. I'm gonna go ahead and take my car down pit road to stop by. We've gone 12 laps. I don't think I can go 13. And we got more cars coming off pit road to slow us down. This might not have been a good idea. It was a good idea at first, but you just keep on pulling onto the track and then not getting up to speed. Okay, I'm gonna let this Ricky Craven by, because he wants to speed into pit road. He's going to get away with that, by the way. So we're just going to get right side tires. Not repairing damage. I actually have damage. Of course I do. And then I'm just going to get 1 can of fuel, which is half a tank. Half a tank is 6 laps. And there's 6 laps up in the race coming to the line this time. Kept the car in one piece. Bumped into a few guys being ding-dongs. Now something I wondered is that the shade of green that is on our fire suits is not the same shade of green that is even on the primary car. It's like the shade of green from 2003, or, well, when Dale Jarrett was driving this Interstate Batteries car. Ward Burton is 23 seconds ahead of me, and he has not pitted. Okay, so I'm going to come off pit road in the lead. Well, they used pit strategy at Daytona to win. So I'm using pit strategy this time because this is also a super speedway. But now it's like they aren't using pit strategy. Game, you confuse me. And there's Ward Burton. Well, they're here with 2 laps to go. And I think this is going to be... Oh, well, Robin Ford just blew up. We're coming to the white flag. We got Bill Elliott, Tony Stewart, Ricky Rudd right behind us. Let's see, I think Jerry Nadeau right behind us as well. But NASCAR Thunder 2002, those guys, they can get a run and pass. In this game, it's kind of like NASCAR Thunder 2004, where it's easy to block their runs and prevent them from doing it because their runs aren't as big. So just like most things in this game, it's somewhere between NASCAR Thunder 2002 and NASCAR Thunder 2004. So I am going to block Bill Elliott, Tony Stewart, and no, you don't. No. Oh God, Tony. I was telling you, they get really big runs, but it's easier to block them. That's the thing. Is that of course it would still be difficult to block them. So I just kind of screwed Tony Stewart out of getting a second or third place finish. But we're still gonna do donuts. I just feel bad for sabotaging Tony Stewart's finish. Bill Elliott went all the way up. Tony Stewart went all the way down. You gotta pick one and stick with it instead of I don't want both. Well, this looks nice. Doing donuts in the NASCAR Racers car in front of the Talladega logo and finish line. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love this. This is our 4th win of the season. We just went back to back. I wish the game would have made it more difficult than that. And it probably would have been if I had taken 4 tires like the rest of the field did. And we are now the points leader. We are 8 points in front of Jeff Gordon, 40 points in front of Sterling Marlin. That is interesting. 95 in front of Dale Jarrett, and 97 in front of Ricky Rudd. So we have 4 drivers within 100 points of the lead right now. And you would count me because I am the lead, of course. And you got Ryan Newman having a astounding rookie year. You know, I figured Jimmy Johnson having it better because he won a race and he started on the pole in that one. But he is, I guess, not that consistent. Jimmy Johnson's 20th. Well, God damn. I mean, Ryan Newman did get Rookie of the Year in 2002, didn't he? I think that's correct. Even though he does have a ride in NASCAR Thunder 2002, the 2001 season. I guess it was just part-time with the 02 car. So, next up is California Speedway, Napa Auto Parts 500. Our goal is to win the championship. I just wasn't expecting you to do it after 9 races. We still have 3/4 of the season to go. I don't know what's going to happen because there's so many of these tracks I've never raced at in this game, and one of them would be this track. So you don't know how bad I'm going to qualify, and if I qualify bad, they're going to be really tough on us here. This is a track that was very hard on NASCAR Thunder 2004. You had to have a great car, and you had to start very well. Track position was important in career mode. Oh my goodness. It took forever to get good at this track. So if I don't have a hang of this car whenever we get to qualifying, then I don't think this race can go very well for us. But we are going to be using the 2000 MLB All-Star Game car because it is red, white, and blue, and I want to use the red, white, and blue car. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear it says California on the hood. And, well, I think this is just a good place. This is my choice of a track. It would be good for a red, white, and blue car. That's just me. Well, see you next time. That's that, and episode over.